What is up, my friends? It is Saturday evening's Anfield Agenda news roundup, and you are very welcome along. Today, we're going to talk about the talks that are underway between Liverpool and Bournemouth, at least according to reports, for Antoine Semeno. We're going to discuss Ibrahim Konate, as the journalists say one thing, and Konate, yet again, says another. We're going to talk about Florian Wirtz and hear what his father has to say about him settling in at Liverpool, and a little bit about Mohamed Salah and his lack of, well, tracking back on Liverpool's right-hand side. That and lots more to come over the next few minutes, but as always, I want to know your thoughts, so feel free to let me know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and of course, I would love you to hit that subscribe button. Now, there will be another news video out later tonight, but there will be no live stream, as I mentioned yesterday, until Monday, so I look forward to catching up with you all then. For now, let's get going with the news. So, Dave O'Seacop reported that Liverpool will hold exploratory talks with Bournemouth this weekend over a potential move to sign Antoine Semeno. Now look, the race for Semenyo does really seem to be heating up right now, because you've got Manchester City, Manchester United, Spurs, Liverpool and many others all in the mix. Of course, Liverpool do have a long-standing interest there. They opted to go against the idea of signing him in the summer because they wanted to see, well, not block the pathway through for young Rio, but I think Liverpool are now starting to realise that with the sale of Diaz, we have left ourselves probably one wide player short, because the manager, of course, refuses to use Federico Chiesa. So I want to know what you guys think about this one. I don't know if it'll happen in January, in all honesty. I don't even know if he'll move anywhere in January, let alone Liverpool. But it's really exciting developments, because we do need somebody. We know Richard Hughes would have a good relationship with Bournemouth, having worked there previously, and of course was part of the deal to bring Milos Kerkez in as well. So let me know your thoughts on this one. Antoine Semeno, apparently Liverpool, Bournemouth holding exploratory talks over a potential deal. So I want to move on to a couple of posts from Anything Liverpool. Now, I say this in a loving way, and I sincerely mean that. So I've been told by a couple of people that the YouTube channel of Anything Liverpool has been having a lot to say about myself and other Liverpool fan channels who've been in any way critical, calling us like fake fans and stuff like that. At least that's what I'm being told. But then I see a post that, by the way, I agree with, but I want to just talk about it for a second. So in this post, they're talking about the lack of tracking back and work that Mohamed Salah does to help out on the right side. Now, how is this in any way different to myself or anybody else being critical of Arne Slot, the tactics and the run that we're on? It isn't, and it's just a little bit more hypocrisy. I don't go around calling out anybody with regards to Liverpool content. It's not something I do. But if somebody wants to talk down about others and then go and do similar things themselves, I think they just need to have a little think before they do so in the future. Respectfully, because I've nothing but respect for Anything Liverpool. Very upset to hear that their YouTube channel had something to say about us, and it was a couple of people that told me on that. But anyway, I digress. Let's get to the post. So this is what they posted. This is what happens when your right wing is a passenger in the press. Tackles and interceptions per 90. So they're not wrong, by the way, with the data that they've shown, and it shows that 49.3% of the attacks that Liverpool have received this season have come down our right-hand side. We know that we're being targeted there. It's not something that's new to us Liverpool fans. We've known this for quite a while. But they run through some of the numbers, and like I said, I agree with this, so I'm not being critical of them being critical. I'm just showing that it doesn't mean we're toxic. It doesn't mean that we're negative. It just means that we see something and we want to talk about it. So let me talk about it. They say in 22-23 that Mohamed Salah was making 0.73 tackles and interceptions per 90 minutes. In 23-24, 0.68. 24-25, last year we won the league, 0.81. But this season so far, the stats and the numbers have dropped quite down. It is 25-26. It is 0.37. So just over 1/3 of a tackle or interception per game, which quite simply just isn't enough for anybody in any area of the pitch. They go on with another post saying, lots of replies saying Salah didn't defend last season and we won the league. And again, they show tackles plus interceptions. This season, 0.37. Last season, 0.81. So if he didn't defend last season, what the hell is he doing this season? They're not wrong, like I've said, but I just hope that they think about this before being critical of others in the future because, you know, we all have things that we spot and see, and it doesn't mean we don't care about the team. It doesn't mean we don't love the manager. It just means that we're not happy about something. Next up, I want to talk about Fabrizio Romano and him saying that Liverpool made a late move to try to sign Independiente del Valle centre-back Dener Ordonez, but by the time the Reds made an approach, Chelsea had already sealed a deal for the 16-year-old. Now, this academy over there in Independent del Valle, I think brought through the likes of Estupinan, if I'm not mistaken, Moise Caicedo, and a few other players. So no doubt this kid may have a bright future. At 16 years of age, Chelsea are going to have to wait 2 years, as would Liverpool have, to bring the kid in. But looks like we made too late of a move this time, and he has become a Chelsea player arriving there in 2028. Now, Real Madrid are keen on Dominic Szoboszlai, said Pete O'Rourke, but Liverpool are unwilling to listen to any offers, with Arne Slot hell-bent on keeping the midfielder at Anfield. Look, you're all getting fed up of it. I'm getting fed up of it. Real Madrid's name being linked with every single one of our decent players over and over again. It's just tiresome at this point. It was McAllister a few months ago. It was Gravenberch. It was Trent. Now it's Szoboszlai. Just go away. Dom, we all want to sign the new deal. In fact, from the conversations we've been having with people in the chat, we all see Dominic Szoboszlai as a potential future captain of the football club whenever Virgil van Dijk hangs up his boots or moves on. And again, we're not wishing Virgil away, but we're talking about how highly we regard Dom. So I don't blame Arne for being hell-bent, because this season he has really stepped up and probably been our best midfielder, maybe even our best player of the season. But let me know what you think of that one. It's getting a little bit tiresome, isn't it? Seeing Madrid's name being linked with every player that we bring through, or every player that we develop there. So yeah, just a bit bored of it. Now, Milos Kerkez has been speaking about Dominic Szoboszlai, and this is what he had to say about how he's helped him settle in since he's arrived at Liverpool. He said, he really helped me since the first day already, since the day everybody has accepted me great. We spend every day together here. It's all good. Now, Konate, this is where I have to laugh, because we've got very reliable established journalists saying one thing, and once again Ibrahim Konate saying the other. So, Fabrizio Romano posted, there are talks ongoing between Liverpool and Konate over a contract extension, but the defender has still not made his decision. Liverpool are waiting. Nothing too earth-shattering there, until you see Ibrahim Konate once again being quoted as saying, I've seen a lot of things in the press recently, like Liverpool have made me a new offer. I don't know where that's coming from. My agents are continuing discussions with Liverpool. I hope my decision will be made very soon so I can announce it. So which one is it? Is he not in contract talks with Liverpool, or is he? It sounds like he is, by the way, because he says my agents are continuing discussions with Liverpool. So I don't know which side to believe on this one. But ultimately, the last line is probably the most important one. I hope my decision will be made very soon so I can announce it. So do we, because it would be lovely to know what's going to be going on there with their centre-backs, how many maybe Liverpool need to bring in over the next 6 or 7 months. So yeah, hopefully we hear from Konate and the club soon on what's going on there. And to finish up, I just want to give you a little bit from Florian Wirtz, agent and father, about some of the criticism his son has received since he's arrived at Liverpool and what he thinks about it all. He said, I only take the criticism from the former internationals in passing. Florian is a young man who wants to prove himself in a new environment. Less than a third of the season has been played so far. Everything is going as expected. It's completely normal, settling in process, entirely independent of any transfer fee. And if you look at the statistics more closely, you can see that Florian's stats regarding his involvement in the game are already quite good. Only assists and goals are still pending. He went on to say, we all really enjoy our time in Leverkusen. Whenever I pass the Bay Arena, I always feel a little nostalgic, but that's just my personal feeling. Florian consciously took a step to become an even better footballer, and he doesn't regret it at all. So again, Real Madrid this week been linked with a swap deal for Florian Wirtz, first between us and Rodrigo, and then the report that came out from I can't remember, Defensa Central actually it was, that said that Liverpool are going to receive a €75 million maximum bid from Real Madrid, who are keen on signing Wirtz, who they've called a flop at Liverpool so far. Again, just absolute nonsense. There's no way Liverpool are going to be cashing on Florian Wirtz in January, in the summer, or anytime soon, because he's going to be a success at Liverpool. Like his father said, if you look at it closely, you can see the progression. You can see that he's getting better game on game, week on week. There was a stat this season as well, over the past week, that said himself and Dominic Szoboszlai have both created 5 big chances in the Champions League this season, more than any other player. So again, when Arne said he's been a little bit unlucky, I don't think the manager's talking waffle there. And any Liverpool fan that I talk to kind of shrugs their shoulders at the idea of him being a flop. It's November. It's far too early to make the decision anyway. And a player like Florian Wirtz was obviously going to need time to settle. So that is it for me, ladies and gentlemen, for now. There will be a video out at some stage tonight. If you're going to watch the boxing, Eubank Jr. and Ben, enjoy it. I'll see you guys tonight for another video. And then tomorrow, same thing. Talk soon. Enjoy. Have a good one.